So today is day one of my chemo and radiation therapy. Um, so, as it said, good science is... What is good science? Good science is observation. That's right. Good science is observation, and I want to make sure that I kind of document exactly what's happening with me, how I feel, and things like that as each day progresses, and what I'm doing to the best of my knowledge to curb any side effects that might be coming my way. And so today's first initial radio and chemo was the first in a series of 35 days of radiation and 3 proposed chemo treatments. So they're going to do the chemo proposed in 3-week intervals. So the first one today, and then again in 3 weeks, and then the third one 3 weeks after that. But the doctor put a stipulation on that. He said most of the patients he's seen only gets through 2 of the treatments. By the time they get to the third one, their blood counts are too low. They're white blood cells, I do believe. And their condition is too down to try and give them another round of chemo. And that second round of chemo is like based off of how you are either the day before or the 2 days before, what your blood test comes back with that they can work with. So they administer the reappropriated amount of chemo to you. The very first one is like the full-on, if I remember what he said. The first one is just what everybody gets. They all get the same dosage. And so, with the radiation, that one was interesting because, it was pretty fast, and it's like super targeted, and it was like, I was on a bed, that the bed could swivel back and forth, left and right, but also the actual radiation machine could turn around me completely in a 360, so they could target the exact position that they needed to within my body to receive the radiation treatment. And so, day one. It was a little scary. Okay, it was, a little scary. I just didn't know what to expect, so it was more of a fear of the unknown. I guess that's a lot of what fear is, period. But just knowing that I have the support of the friends and family that I do have support from, it's amazing. It's amazingly awesome. I mean, earlier today, whenever I was showering off afterwards, showering off, I had an emotional moment, and they're just like, between the Almighty, and I know His full-on support, and all the people that are around me. My wife showed me a video yesterday. That'd be awesome if one of you is watching this. I thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I know she thanks you for the support. You guys are just amazing. Amazing. Even the people that weren't able to contribute videos because of not knowing how to, not getting it to her fast enough so that she could present it to me before I started. I don't know. Whatever the reason. I'm just so so happy that I have that many people that would say those kinds of things and just give me their support and give me their encouragement and things. Heck, I don't even know anything about Sashana's mother, but yet she opened up about her cancer, and she was like, more or less, you got this, you should be okay. So yeah, again, I mean, we're all strong in our own ways, I guess, but whenever it comes down to it, it's always nice, always nice to hear someone championing you on, giving you that fist pump. Yeah, so, yeah, I wanted to share my day one and what I felt at the end of my day one, and I think I'm going to try to do every single day, do it so that it can be tracked, it can be put somewhere, somebody somewhere might benefit from listening or even trying to understand what was done, or even if they had a symptom, that they can get it identified even earlier. That would be super awesome. I really wish that all of this had been identified, yeah, back in the summer of 2019 when I had that very first Alpena. I mean, because the total bills alone, wow, I think it was either $7,000 or $8,000 between there somewhere, $7,000 to $8,000 here in the U.S. Craziness, utter craziness. I cannot believe it. It's night and day. Like, I don't even think. Maybe as long as I lived in Japan, maybe I paid a total of $7,000 to $8,000 for the health insurance there. But whenever I went to the doctor, wow, I didn't pay. Even if I went to the clinic, the local clinic, I didn't pay anything before I got to see the doctor. I got to see the doctor like right away. Sometimes right away, sometimes a little longer. But I'm saying that it was definitely equivalent to the time I spent in that walk-in clinic. They charged me $96 right up front, but I go to the doctor because, I don't know, I'm feeling that I have something on my scalp or something, or my arm, or my tinea versicolor is back and I need to go. And they're like, okay, well, we'll charge you $10 for that, and we'll charge you another $5 to $6 for the medicine you might need to treat it. There you go. Go home. Get better. Kind of thing. Instead of somebody here being like, I don't know if I can go to the doctor. I don't know if I can afford that. I don't have any health insurance that'll cover that. Or any of the people that I want to go to for this thing, they're out of my network, or I don't want to waste my time doing that. They're just going to tell me this. They're just going to tell me that. I already know what it's just. It's a true testament to how screwed up the medical system is, how mismanaged it is, and how it tried to get going in the right direction somewhere, but yeah, either way, here nor there, I suppose. Hopefully this whole COVID thing will teach a lesson or two about what it is that is so wrong with what's going on. Yeah, I was really surprised to hear what Mark Cuban had said about how he believes something very similar about how things have got to change. You can't go back to the normalcy that it was before. You gotta address the issues. You gotta want to try to even come close to having a good, strong economy again. Yeah. the other normalcy isn't going to be able to work. It's impossible. But, okay, enough of the semi-political things. Yeah, so again, my condition. I guess I never talked about how I felt after my first. So whenever I was receiving chemo this morning, I had a few different bags. And by a few, I think on the list it said 6. Again, if you guys want to hear what those 6 were, let me know. 6 different things that they administered to me. One of them being, of course, the cisplatin chemo drug. One of them was one to help restore my electrolytes. Maybe it was 2 of them. One was potassium, one was magnesium. Yeah, maybe they were separate. They gave me one that was to hydrate me. I think that was the sodium and stuff. So yeah, it was quite the long day. Started at 8 o'clock this morning and went until 12:10-ish, 12:05-ish, with me getting all of the chemo things in me. One of them was a chemo drug, I can't remember the name of it, that was supposed to help me not feel nauseous for the next 5 days. So the person that administered it, she said she had been doing it since the 80s, and she's seen this cisplatin, or what she called cisplatinum. I guess it's been shortened down to cisplatin. She said that it's come a long way in terms of them being able to curb the side effects that are from it, and it still has been used as much as it has been because it's still proven to be the least toxic to a person's system and stuff like that. At least that's how she sold it to me. Made me feel more comfortable about it, but it worked. And so the only things I really felt about going through all those different bags and stuff, with the cisplatin, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I felt like this cooling sensation going in my arm and going in my vein. It was enough for me to notice, and it was enough for my heart rate to be a little more pumped up than usual, but that might have been also because of the combination of other things that they had to put in my system before then. Because she said one of them was intended to make sure that I had a little bit of energy so that I didn't feel so fatigued and stuff at first. From here on out, it's pretty much up to me to make sure I'm eating lots of protein, and keeping myself hydrated so that the cisplatin is working through my system, staying at protein. I think she said protein, high calories. Oh, this would go back to the dietitian who came to see me. The dietitian explained it to me. The reason why I want to keep those high is because with the combination of radio and chemo treatment, my metabolism is actually extremely high right now, and that's why a lot of people lose weight, is because their metabolism shoots through the roof. And they try to eat normally or try to eat a little bit more than they normally do, but it's still not enough to compensate for your metabolism going as high as it does. So what she prescribed were a couple of things to, more or less take throughout the day that were high in calories, high in protein, that would help keep some of the weight on. Because we've heard from other people that they didn't even lose any weight, period. So, she said bumping up from 3 meals a day to 6 meals a day. And I was just like, wow, that seems like I'm going to be back in the Philippines again. There were sometimes I went back to the Philippines where I never got hungry, ever. It's almost like a constant feeling of full. But then again, that's the Philippines in the Christmas time. They're known to just continue to anyway. So that was my experience with my first chemo, my first whatever. I came out of it not feeling nauseated at all. I got a slight mark on the vein that it was put in. On the skin above it, further down my arm, I had a red mark on it, and there was also a small red mark that appeared in my elbow, what I call my elbow pit. Yeah, it was still the same vein, but it was like further down even more right there. And she broke out a warm blanket thing and more or less just set it on top of it, and then she looked at it again about 5-10 minutes later, and it had lightened up, so she said it was probably going to go away, and she was right. It did go away. It wasn't itchy, it wasn't burny, really. I don't remember it being burning. I remember her asking me if it was, but I don't think it was at all. But of course, as I walked to go get lunch in between the time I got out from there and that I needed to get my radiation therapy, I went to go get lunch, and I could definitely feel where the IV had been in my arm. So that's about it. Got back from eating lunch, went to the radiation chamber. Radiation area. I went there, and first thing, as soon as I got there, they asked me, "Well, what kind of music do you want to listen to?" And it was already playing. What was it? Oh, Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones were playing. I don't like the Rolling Stones, but I don't mind the Rolling Stones. I won't go out of my way to listen to the Rolling Stones, but yeah, it was still good. They were like, you can listen to anything you want. So I told them the one genre I don't really like. So I said, anything is okay, though. You can leave it right on the station that it's on right now. So got to listen to the Stones and Creedence Clearwater Revival, the Cars, while I was getting my radiation therapy going. My mask seemed to fit a little tighter than what it did whenever I had it made the very first time. Maybe they cut out the area right here by my eyes, but not really near my nose or anything. And it made me feel like Hannibal Lecter. but all in all, it was after they got me strapped in, got me marked off on where the doctors had came up with their plan on exactly how they wanted to inject the radiation into my body to target the cancer. It was pretty easy. It was pretty fast. Maybe it was 10 minutes. I don't even know if it was 10 minutes. But it wasn't. The songs just got me through it really quickly, and at first I didn't have any immediate feeling as to anything that had happened. They asked me if I had any burning. They said sometimes patients have told them that they felt something happening, but I relayed to them I didn't necessarily feel that something was happening inside of me or outside of me or anything, other than the fact I was very aware. I could feel where the radiation machine was. So I told them that that's probably that gave me any feeling of anything. It probably wasn't actually the radiation itself. So yeah, got out of there, went home, got something to eat, a salad. And then what else did I do? Did something. Oh yeah, I got some Manuka honey. It's one of the things that on the Facebook group that we joined. for tongue cancer. That was one of the things that some of the patients down there, they actually stood by, was Manuka honey. I mean, we got some Aquaphor stuff, jelly, cream, whatever it is. We got some of that from the cancer center, but I'd already bought the Manuka honey, so I figured I'd give it at least a try and see how to do it. And Jane applied it onto my neck. My wife applied it onto my neck. My wife applied it onto my neck, and she went ahead and put saran wrap on it to kind of keep it from getting everywhere and stuff. She thought maybe just letting it do the air thing might be better, and I guess we can try that tomorrow. See if it goes away easier or whatever, because it didn't seem to like absorb into my skin all that well. And so yeah, when that I went and showered off after